Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aska, and if you are new here, please subscribe and click the notification bell. So in today's tutorial, we are going to learn how to crochet this skirt. This is a very simple skirt to make, and it's a beginner friendly tutorial. So you can make any size that you want using this tutorial. It's made to fit. Okay, so we are using Rastafarian colors for the tutorial, but you can use any colors of your choice. So we have a matching top tutorial, so you can go ahead and check that out as well. So let's get to it. So for this project, you're going to need a 3.5mm crochet hook, a tape measure to take your hip measurements and the height of your skirt, a darning needle to weave in your loose ends. You'll also need a pair of scissors and yarn. So for the yarn, I'm going to use these three colors. This is Rastafarian colors, and it's a lightweight yarn. This is a fingering weight yarn. So I'm going to double my strand, but I would recommend you use any other medium weight yarn. Okay, so let us start. So you're going to take your hip measurements and you're going to make chains that will fit your hip measurements. Okay, if stretched just a little bit. So let's go ahead. So you're going to start by making a knot. I always make my knot this way. That way. Now you're going to make chains. It doesn't matter how many chains, as long as it fits your hip measurements. And don't tighten your chains so much. I am done making my chains, so let's go ahead and measure it. If it's not stretched, it goes up to 30 inches, but I wanted 36 inches. So you should stretch it just a little bit. You see? It's not like fully stretched. Now let's go to the first row. Now you're going to join these chains to form a circle. So make sure your chains are not twisted. And go into the last one and make a slip stitch. Now you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and place 1 double crochet into that same stitch which you made your slip stitch. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into that stitch, pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. So that is a double crochet. Yarn over, go to the next chain, that one, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, that way. So you're going to keep placing 1 double crochet in each chain until the end of the row, and you're going to meet at the end. I just go to the end of my row, and I'm going to go to the first stitch, this one, with a slip stitch. So pull through everything that way. So this is how it should look like at this point. Now let's go to the second row. You're going to chain 2 and go to the first stitch with a double crochet. So you're going to place 1 double crochet in each stitch until the end of the row. It's actually very easy to make this skirt. And when you get to the end of the row, you're going to slip stitch into this first stitch, this one, and then you're going to repeat the same thing. So you're going to need 3 rows of the yellow color, then you're going to switch to the next color. So this is how you're going to place our colors. So 1, 2, 3 of the yellow color, then you're going to switch to red, 3 colors, then green, then yellow, just that way. So finish with the yellow color and you're going to meet after that. I'm at the end of the third row, so I'm supposed to switch the color to color red. So I'm going to do a slip stitch to our first stitch here, but I'm not going to use the yellow, I'm going to pick the red. So I'm going to finish my slip stitch with the red color, that way. Now you can go ahead and cut the yellow color, and you're going to continue with the red. So you're going to chain 2 and go to the first stitch with your double crochet. So you're just going to repeat the same process, 1 double crochet in each stitch, until the end of the row, and your end of the row should be this stitch, not in here, this stitch, this one. That should be your end of the row. Okay, so keep doing that for the next 3 rows with the red color. Then you're going to switch to green, just the same way we did here. Then you're going to switch back to yellow. So you're going to follow this color change, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green, and repeat the same thing. So I want you to do 18 rows. So 18 rows, you will end up at this green. 1 2 3 4 5 6. You will end up on this green, and I'm going to meet you at that point because I want us to do a little decreases as you continue, so that our skirt can narrow down a little bit. Okay, so keep doing your rows, and you're going to meet on row 18. I've reached row 18, and this is how it looks like. So I'm not going to join this right now because you're going to join it with the next color, which is yellow. So this is how our work looks like at this point. So from here we are going to do some decreases. So let's go to the next row, and I want to make a skirt which measures 14 inches in length. So this one measures 7 inches, meaning I'm going to do 18 more rows just like these ones. So I'm going to go to the next row, and you're going to do a decrease. So let's just let me show you how to do that decrease, and I'm going to explain a little, then you're going to continue by yourself. So the next color is yellow, so I'm just going to do a slip stitch, cut this one, and you're going to introduce the yellow color just like what we've been doing before. The only difference is we're going to do a decrease on this row. So you're going to chain 2, and you're going to identify where you're going to place your decrease. So on this row you're going to do 2 decreases, one on this side and one on the other side, or on this side and one on the other side, just halfway. Okay, so I'm just going to place mine any point here, then the next one I'll just hold it this way. If I placed it here, the next one will be at this end. So let us do it. So I'm going to start with like 5 double crochets, 2 3 4 and 5. Now I'm going to do a decrease. So for the decrease, you're going to yarn over, go to the next stitch, pull up a loop, and go to the next stitch, pull up a loop. Now you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 3, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that is a decrease, and you're just going to continue with your double crochets now until you get to the other side. So this is my first decrease, so I'm going to hold it this way, and the next decrease will be at this point. So you can place your stitch marker, and then so this is like this row right now. So the next row you're not going to do any decrease, and the next one no decrease. So on the yellow color we are decreasing only on 1 row, then you go to the red color, decrease only on 1 row, and to the green, decrease only on 1 row. Okay, so right now I've decreased here, and I'm going to decrease another one at this side. This is 1 row. So the next row, the second row of the yellow color, no decrease, the third row, no decrease. So the first row of the red color we're going to do decrease just like we did here. But now that I've placed my decrease here, so the red color, you're going to start your decrease on this side. I want you to make it as random as possible so that it cannot be seen. Something like this. You can't even notice that it has a decrease, but it does. Okay, let's measure this and you'll realize that it has a decrease. So this is almost 14.5, but up here it is 16. Okay, so you're going to do decreases for the next only on the yellow color, the red and the green, on one set only. Then the last yellow, green and red, no decrease. Okay, so it's like this. Right now we are at this point, so you're going to do the decrease on this row. No decrease, no decrease. Then the first row of the red color we are going to do a decrease, then no decrease, no decrease. Then the first row of the green color we are going to do the decrease, and from there you're not going to do any more decrease until we are done. Okay, but it's optional. You can just go straight, no decreases at all, and it will still be fine. So please do that, and you're going to meet now after you're done with your skirt. Then you're going to start with the waistline. I'm done working on the height of the skirt. Let's measure this and see. It measures 14 inches, and that is what I wanted. Now let's go ahead and work on the waistline. You're going to begin at this point, the point where we did the joining. So I'm just going to pick the first stitch, this one, and I'm going to use the green color. So I'm going to chain 3, and into that same stitch I'm going to do a double crochet. Go to the next stitch, this one, with a double crochet, and 5 that way. To the 6th and the 7th you're going to do a decrease. So you're going to insert your hook, pull up a loop, go to the next one, that way, yarn over and pull through 3, yarn over and pull through 2. So that is a decrease. So we made 5 double crochets, then a decrease. Now you're going to do another 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then I'm going to do another decrease, that way. So we are doing 5 double crochets, a decrease, 5 double crochets, a decrease. So keep repeating the same pattern, and you're going to meet at this end. I'm done with the first row. Now let's go to the second row. You're going to join to the first stitch here with a slip stitch. Now you're going to chain 2, and into the first stitch you're going to do a front post, that way. To the second one, do a front post as well. To the third one, do a back post. And the fourth, do a back post, that way. Go to the next one with a front post, to the next with a front post, then back post, and the next one a back post. And this is how it looks like. So you're going to keep repeating the same thing, 2 front posts, 2 back posts, 2 front posts, then 2 back posts. So you're going to do that, and you're going to meet at the end here. I'm almost at the end of this row, and I have 1 stitch left. I just did the 2 back posts. Now I'm going to place 1 front post here and join my row, that way. So this is how it looks like at this point. Now let's go to the next row. You're going to chain 2, and you're going to do the front post on front posts. So this is the first front post. Go to the next one. Now to the back post. Now to the front posts. So you're going to keep doing that until you get to the end of the row, and you're going to repeat this row once more, so you'll have 4 rows in total. So 1, 2, 3, and you'll do the 4th one, and you're going to meet after you're done with that. I'm done working on the waistband, so you're going to chain 1 and cut your yarn. And this is how it looks like. We did 4 rows. So this is how it looks like when you're done. Now let's go ahead and make a string that we are going to use to fasten our waistband. So you're going to make 150 chains. I'm done making the chains. I made 200 chains. I realized 150 was a bit short, so let's go ahead and attach it. So you're going to place this part on the side. And you're going to attach it on the 3rd row, this one. Only on the front posts. And you're going to fasten it off that way. So this is how it looks like, and you're done, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and you have a matching top for this, so please go ahead and check it out. So that's it, guys. See you on my next video. Bye bye.